Imagine a man who could make audiences laugh, cry, and hold their breath in suspense. A man whose charm wasn't just in his smile, but in the mystery behind it. For decades, he was the most recognizable face in Hollywood, the star every director wanted, and the dream every fan admired. But behind the fame, fortune, and fast cars was a life filled with struggle, heartbreak, and resilience. This is the story of Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds wasn't born into the Hollywood spotlight. He came from a modest family in Lansing, Michigan in 1936. As a young boy, he wasn't dreaming about acting. Instead, he wanted to be a professional athlete. Football was his passion, his escape, his entire identity. And he was good at it. So good that he earned a scholarship to Florida State University. But life had other plans. A devastating injury shattered his dream of playing professionally. For a young Reynolds, it felt like the end of everything. Yet sometimes, when one dream dies, another is born. In this case, it was a dream of becoming an actor. His early years in Hollywood were not glamorous. He struggled, took small roles, and endured rejection after rejection. But there was something different about him, a natural charisma that no one could ignore. Soon, he found himself cast in popular TV shows like Smoke, Hawk, and Dan August. Audiences noticed, producers noticed, and suddenly Burt Reynolds wasn't just another struggling actor. He was a rising star. But his real breakthrough came in 1972, when he starred in Deliverance. Playing Lewis Medlock, Reynolds brought intensity and vulnerability in equal measure. The film shocked audiences with its raw power and cemented Reynolds as a serious actor. Not just a charming face, but a force to be reckoned with. The 1970s and 80s belonged to him. He became the box office king. Films like Smokey and the Bandit, The Longest Yard, and Cannonball Run made him one of the most bankable stars of his generation. He was everywhere, on magazine covers, talk shows, red carpets. And let's not forget his iconic photo shoot for Cosmopolitan in 1972, posing nude on a bearskin rug. It was bold, shocking, and unforgettable, a moment that defined not just Burt Reynolds, but an era. But fame is never simple. Behind the laughter and the mustache, Reynolds faced financial troubles, broken relationships, and declining health. He admitted later in life that some of his career choices were mistakes. Big budget flops damaged his reputation, and personal struggles sometimes overshadowed his talent. Yet through it all, one thing never changed: the love his fans had for him. In the 1990s, when many thought his career was fading, Reynolds delivered one of his most memorable performances in Boogie Nights, 1997. As Jack Horner, the director of adult films, he proved he could still command the screen with brilliance. The role earned him an Academy Award nomination and reminded Hollywood of the star he had always been. But here's the part most people don't know. Burt Reynolds was never fully satisfied with his career. He once said, "I didn't open myself to new writers, new actors, new directors. The actor that is most self-aware wins." For all his success, he carried regrets about roles he turned down, about choices he made, about the roads not taken. It's almost tragic, isn't it? A man celebrated as one of the greatest stars of his time, yet haunted by the thought that he could have been even greater. As the years went on, Reynolds' health declined. Surgeries, injuries, and the natural wear of a physically demanding life took their toll. Still, he kept working, kept showing up, kept reminding the world that legends don't fade easily. On September 6, 2018, the world lost Burt Reynolds at the age of 82. His passing left millions heartbroken, not just because a Hollywood icon was gone, but because an entire generation lost a piece of its youth. But perhaps the greatest twist in Burt's story is that his legacy was never just about movies or fame. It was about resilience. The boy who lost his dream of football, the actor who fought his way into Hollywood, the superstar who faced down failures, and the man who, despite his regrets, gave the world unforgettable moments of joy, laughter, and inspiration. So the next time you see that mischievous smile, that iconic mustache, or that gleam of defiance in his eyes, remember that Burt Reynolds wasn't just a star. He was proof that even in the face of setbacks, we can reinvent ourselves, we can keep moving forward, and we can leave behind a legacy that time can never erase. Burt Reynolds may be gone, but in the hearts of millions, he'll always ride on, like a bandit, forever free. If you grew up watching Burt Reynolds, or if his story touched you today, honor his memory by keeping his films alive. Hit like, share your favorite Burt Reynolds memory in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. So together, we can remember the legends who never truly die.